When you see a man who is labeled as an abuser, like a physical abuser or a verbal abuser, etc., do you ever stop to ask yourself, is this not a black and white issue? Let's say a man hits his spouse. Do you ever ask yourself why? Sometimes women are stereotyped to be very passively negative.
It's this constant warfare on the guy's psyche. Women tend to put guys through this really negative experience for years and years and years.
You told me to get a tattoo saying I'm a liar, like a tramp stamp. You told me to shave my head. You told me to dye my hair green, shave off my eyebrows, and get an ugly tan. Like, is that not abusive to you? Do you think that's a fair trade?
Alright, welcome back to the abyss of hell, which I can't see Onision down here yet, so clearly that means my business here is not yet finished. Now, if you haven't seen my last video, I suggest you watch it, but if not, don't worry, I'm not going to chain you up in my basement. I can't afford to buy us with a basement. Who do you think I am? Now, Onision. If you don't know what's been happening, let me give you a real quick little rundown. Onision's been a problem for years. It all began with his first wife, Sky. But this man wasn't attracted to his wife. He much preferred his wife's underage sister. Oh, Christ. Please sub to my channel so I can prove to my mum I'm a real YouTuber. Thanks. Their marriage eventually ended, then some allegations appeared about how he used to apparently chain her to his basement wall. What a nice guy. However, Sky did have him to pay spousal support, which is basically money after you've had a divorce with your partner and supports you with money and stuff. Onision wasn't happy with it, so he retaliated by threatening to kill himself publicly as a manipulative tactic, which he admitted to. Jesus, that's a first. Following that, he started dating an underage girl called 𝔄𝔯𝔦𝔰🔰. But that's not all. He used to travel to different countries where it was legal for them to sleep together. Because if you got caught in the US doing that, oil that ass up because you're going straight to prison, pal. This story does sicken me because he mentally abused her and manipulated her for years. One time she was having a serious panic attack and a seizure in the shower, which was caused by Onision, and he left her in there to hyperventilate. Did he call an ambulance out of worry of her health? Nope, he filmed it and released it on YouTube instead. Wow. He then married his current spouse, Kai, which, let's just say she was an underage girl as well when they first got together. Kai and Onision are now married, and they've both taken up actions in grooming younger age people. They started grooming a young girl named Sarah since the age of 14. They purely brought her up into their household in the intent to have sex with her as soon as she turned 18. Since realizing this, Sarah has rid them from her life and is now exposing them on live streams and Twitter, which fired up literally every single victim. They're all now exposing him on Twitter. Yeah, it's like a scene from the Avengers. What do I think of them? Well, personally, I'd love to slam my keyboard across the back of their heads, but we all can't get what we want, right? Some people need to learn that, like Onision. Or Onision, should I say. Hi, to protect myself, I'd like to say that everything in this video is alleged and most of it has been taken from the internet, so please don't send any harassment to Onision. Everything's alleged. However, Onision, my purpose is purely to push you back into the nonce dimension, so let's begin with some of the tweets that you've made. There's a reason you feel the way you do. We were made for each other. You too love pain, and me too love inflicting it upon you. Yeah, I really don't think that's the case, my friend.
Yes, you have. You destroyed everything.
Onision isn't a very smart man. Maybe next time you should stick to prancing around in banana costumes, or maybe onion costumes. I'm a comedian. Onision, onion. I'm a banana! I didn't say you could leave the bed. Get back in your room and watch the door till I return. Don't make me punish you again. Oh, Christ. Someone get this man a pair of handcuffs, honestly. It's people like you that belong in small islands by themselves. Boobs. Whoa. You're a 34-year-old grown man. You swear like the bloke is still wearing fucking diapers. Jesus. Only babies obsess over boobs, alright? And to make this clown look even worse, right now he has a website open accepting inappropriate images of girls. Yeah, basically that's it. He's accepting them right now. And most of them are only just above the age of 18. So, did you know that? Well, I did. Because I'm the superior being. Now, check this wonderful conversation Kai was having with someone called 𝔄𝔯𝔦𝔰🔰🔰. Not sure who that is, but seems like a nice human. The conversation is regarding Onision dating Kai while she was underage. So that means Onision's a nonce. Didn't see that one coming, did we? Lainey, I have to wait till I'm back with him, which will either be in August or October. We'll find out tomorrow. Oh, whoa, why that long? Does he not have Skype while you're apart? Because that's when I begin college. And he's calling a lawyer tomorrow just to triple check that everything is legal. And if not, he'll come back when I'm 18. But that's not true though, is it? And yes, we Skype. We actually sleep on Skype together. But I would just feel better talking to him about it in person. Right. Why wouldn't it be legal? Well, from all the research we have done, NNM, after you turn 17, you can be with anyone same age or older, or anyone in the 4-year age gap that's younger. So, from everything we've seen, it's legal. But my dad is pulling the it's illegal thing. So we are going to check again. Spoiler alert, they were secretly dated, just to let you know. Now that's an interesting conversation. Some would say Kai is very different to Onision. Well, this tweet says otherwise. Sarah, I'm grooming you nicely. That was a tweet made by Kai himself towards Sarah. Now, if you don't know who Sarah is, I'll explain a little bit. If you haven't seen it yet, go check my other videos out. But Sarah's basically the girl that Onision and Kai groomed together. And before you say,
"Oh, Curtis, that one was just a joke. She was just messing about. It was a joke."
Yeah, alright, I've heard your cries. But you see me going on a schoolyard joking about grooming kids? No, realistically, you never joke about grooming someone. Hypocritical. Especially when you have full custody over an underage child and make a joke about grooming them. Yeah, that was a funny joke, man. Sarah was underage when you made that tweet. It's not exactly going to look good at the Christmas dinner when all the family's about, is it? Now, we all know Kai didn't apparently send any nudes to Sarah while she was underage, and Onision even defended her by saying Kai's never sent an image to an underage girl and would never think of doing so. Well, yeah. Right now, folks, one of Sarah's friends came out on Twitter last night, him as a witness, basically, that Kai did send images to Sarah while she was underage. And here's proof right now. You used to send Sarah pictures before you posted them on Instagram. When I was 15, Sarah would show me pictures of you and ask for my opinion. You've already posted these on Insta, cropped. But here's my opinion. You're ugly, you're a paedophile, you shouldn't post. Oh, I mean, comedy gold, right? Kai getting exposed. This world just gets better. You people are the reason why Jesus is no longer with us. God rest his soul. But as a side note, or as a moral of the story, as said in that tweet, those images were posted on Instagram cropped so you couldn't see any body parts of Kai. But here's a kicker. Those pictures were posted at the time when Sarah was underage.
Therefore, they were taken when Sarah was underage. And they were sent when Sarah was underage. Felt that one, didn't you?
Oh, you want me to go a bit more? Okay, how about the fact that you never did any cuddling with Sarah while she was underage?
Said that something has happened with her, or I cuddled in bed with her, that none of that has ever happened. Never.
Even though you've denied that on video, there is video evidence of you literally cuddling Sarah while she's been underage. But Sarah released a picture again last night on Twitter exposing you once again for cuddling with her while she was underage. You are lying. Holy crap. Throw me off the cliff and call me move fast. I was not expecting that. Also, did you know Onision actually had a thing in his mind called the Beautiful People contract? A man with his sort of capability should not be anywhere near any type of contract like that. Remember those bullshit estimates of when the world was going to end and it was set to end on Christmas Day and stuff? Well, the world should have ended when your mother gave birth to you through her beef curtains. You know, the vertical smile, the meat sleever, the nether regions, if you will. I can't. Anyway, check this contract out. Hey, beautiful people, here is our contract. We all agree to 1. Always be honest. Never let jealousy negatively impact our relationship. Never use manipulative language. Alright, Greg. Bit hypocritical, but alright. Never partake in any illegal activity. Christ, is this your confession or what? What is this? Express all issues that come up with directly with a person we have an issue with. Do our very best to stay positive. If you agree, please respond with, I agree. Oh, wonderful bloke, isn't he? And tell me, who is a person like yourself to decide on what a beautiful person is? Exactly. Now, I know we only done this last video, but let's jump into the dissection of manipulation. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming up in this, so you definitely want to watch. A lot of evidence, a lot of tweets being leaked. So, let's take a dive to the dissection of manipulation. A divider, if you will. Dissection of manipulation.
Because the nicest thing about hypnosis
So, welcome to the dissection of manipulation, where I dissect manipulators and show them for the true scum they really are. There's going to be a different atmosphere to this video now, a bit more serious, a bit more intense, if you will. Nevertheless. So, let's talk about Billy, who became friends with Kai, but as we know everyone, Onision likes to force love triangles on people, and he manipulated the poor girl into thinking that she was wrong and she was worthless and that he was right. Now you're probably asking, who is Billy? Well, there's not much of a massive story behind how they met Billy. Billy became friends with Kai because Kai found her on Instagram. She was an 18-year-old Instagram model. So then Billy and Kai got talking, and that's when Onision found out, and then he tried to force a love triangle. So there's not much of a big story behind it. Then when Kai did tell Onision, he continued to pursue Billy by lying and manipulating her to think that Kai permitted them to sleep together. But just before we get right into it, Billy had a change of heart. And this is what these DMs are about now. She didn't want a love triangle. She wanted to be out of it. She fancied Kai and only Kai. But obviously Onision, he loves those love triangles. So this is how Onision responded. Three-way relationships are awesome. They make you feel like you're a part of something bigger and you just feel stronger overall. That and multiplayer video games are always better. There is the taboo factor. We just assume you didn't want to be a part of it because you're religion, which is a bad reason to avoid great potential of happiness and awesome levels. And it sounded that way. It sounded amazing when you described it, but when I was digging deep within myself, I also realised I want what you have. I want a family and a happy marriage. While I am Christian, that did not play a factor in my decision makings. I was basing everything off of my own feelings about it. Is there something wrong with having a family with one father and two mothers? Well, no, but I didn't think you could. Ah, is that right, Onision? Making a poor girl feel bad now, are we? Making her feel like as if she's stepped a line too far. Well, let me tell you something. You're only one step away from that prison cell, my friend. I wouldn't want you to get into something that has a high risk of letting everyone else down, but the family is still possible with Lainey and the marriage. Is Lainey not worth it? It's not what I want, though. That's the problem too. It sounds amazing. It's with the right person and I wish I could be okay with that person. Lainey is definitely worth it, but I have to think of what I want for myself too, ... If she was worth it, you'd be all for it, because you would want it. Because again, that is what being worth it means. But your position is clear. It's just odd you acted like it would work at first when you knew exactly what our intentions were before we all spoke in the first place. Because I thought I could. I truly thought I could. And that I wanted it. I did, I swear I did. I wouldn't have continued talking to Lainey if I didn't. Oh well, let's be clear. Lainey is not worth it to you. Otherwise you would have moved forward as that it is what worth it means. So let's stop pretending. It's all okay though in the same sense that we would not want you to be anything less than 100% in. Maybe down the line though you'll see that, but it will likely be too late. Goodbye, Hayley. You're right, if Lainey was worth it, I would go through with it. And while I'm not okay with going through with it, I don't want that to mean that I didn't have feelings for them, because I did. Very strong feelings. In the end, I had to be selfish with my feelings though. This lifestyle isn't for everyone, which is why I came to that conclusion last night. I wanted to tell you guys immediately. I hope you both don't hate me because of this. I still support you both a ton. I'm so sorry if I've caused pain. Thank you for your time. At this point in time, I hope you're that bloke in the circus that juggles fire and captures his Japsai on fire. Did you feel the burn? Sorry for the pun. However, we're not through yet. I mean, it's no lie that Onision abuses women for so long and then later on leave them until their entire lives are destroyed. Leading on to my next point, does everyone remember the suspicion that raised with Sarah being groomed by Onision and Kai? But a video came out of Sarah denying everything. Further on then, when Sarah did get free of these two monsters, she said that apparently Onision forced her to make that video. Well, there was no evidence. Until now. Right, now a lot of people think Kai's a predator because of what Alia said. If you were to ever make a video saying what Alia said to you and what really happened in general, now would be the time. Kai is really messed up by the entire things this lady is saying, and you are the only solution to getting this to stop. Does Kai think that's a good idea? Where should I post it? To YouTube and I could share it. I haven't asked Kai. Ask Kai and let me know. I don't want to make things harder. I'm so sorry my presence in your lives constantly caused this kind of bullshit. Kai is crying right now. Something needs to be done. I told Kai and he says he thinks no one would listen. I think they would if you lay it out what Alia said to you and how inaccurate what she said. Point is, if you do nothing, Kai has to deal with this possibly forever. At least with you saying you told Alia to stop talking about you, and she said what she said when you were 16, that would be the centre of calling it what it is. I'll call you in 15 minutes, I'm about to go on break. Kai said you thought I wanted audio. All I want is a video recording of you summing what you feel. 1. What kind of person you think Kai is. 2. Whether or not you think what people are saying about Kai is valid. 3. Whether or not people are being honest, like a 30-second video. Well, my friend, you're very demanding, aren't you? You see how Sarah apologised for being a presence in their life that causes bullshit? It just goes to prove what Onision has done to this poor girl. You know, there's a lot allegedly going on, there's a lot of alleged things floating about, but there's a lot of things being proved, my friends. That's the difference now. There are things being proved. What happens when Onision and Kai split up? What's going to happen then? The same thing's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of evidence coming out from Kai saying that how Onision abused her and everything. That's what's going to happen. So we need to do something. And we've got to do something right now. So I hope you enjoyed this segment of Dissection and Manipulation. And I'll see you lot next time. Alright, welcome back. Hope that served a bit of justice for you. Just realised, sorry about my mate Jason and Greg. It's a mistake, that being Jason there and this being Greg here. I hate them. Now, something interesting I did stumble across is good old big nonce Onision trying to justify why it's okay for men to hit their wives. You heard me. Why it's okay for men to hit their wives. So we're going to watch this video up for the end of this video. I'm going to have a conversation about it as well and hopefully put the matter to bed. It's clear at this point I don't think this man should even exist.
Let's say a man hits his spouse. Do you ever ask yourself why? Sometimes women are stereotyped to nag.
They do other things like, you know, just nag and say, you know, things that are just not positive.
Sometimes women are stereotyped to be very passively negative.
It's this constant warfare on the guy's psyche. Women tend to put guys through this really negative experience for years and years and years. And it's infuriating. Guys will eventually lose their minds and they'll say, you know, you're an effing cunt.
But why was that woman called a name? Why was that woman treated poorly, verbally abused? What did the woman do? You don't typically go up to an angel, a perfect angel, and say something negative to them.
At this point, I think this man is totally insane. He's a dick, is what he is. He's got a baby carrot, don't forget that though. Baby carrot. What he's basically saying is that she deserved it. She deserves it. Because of all the nagging she does, because of how much she infuriates you, and because of how much she puts you through, and she makes you go insane sometimes, she deserves to be hit. I wish I could hit you. I swear to God I could. I really wish I could. Probably wouldn't be able to beat you in a fight because of your vegetarian body. I'd like to flick your ear up and watch you cry on the floor like a little bitch. I don't think this man should be anywhere near a woman. Or a man, for that matter. And he's quite sexist now as well, which, you know. But the fact that you don't even say, you know, men can be pain as well. No, it's the women that should be hit, right? Of course. What do you think of the video? I hope you enjoyed it. I'm trying to really do justice here now. It's probably going to be my final video on Onision. Maybe another one if you all enjoy this one. But, yeah. Without further ado, lads and lasses, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
You mad, bro? Yo, I said, tell me what you mad for. You mad, bro? Yo, I said, tell me what you mad for.